Some of us on the internet, we're raised by raccoons. We have no manners. The things that people will say to someone grieving. Oh, he's better off now. Better off where? There's some things, if you don't know what to say, just close your mind and give the person a shoulder squeeze. Solidarity. Put your casserole down and keep your mouth closed if you are not skilled in what to say to those who are being hammered by grief. People are going to lose things that they very much well need, and people are also going to lose the fight with wanting to stay alive. People are going to succumb to the pressure. God says that one of the ways that people are going to succumb is through the loss of emotional strength. People are going to feel that they're too alone. This is not just saved or unsaved. This is, when the Lord is giving a prophecy like this, it's literally like an eye or a lens simply looking around the world, telling you, this is what I see. This is what I see. It doesn't discriminate like, oh, I see this happening to the unsaved, or I see this happening to Christians. This spirit, depression, is almost like it works with the spirit of death. The spirit of death cannot come in until the spirit of depression comes in first. Call depression the yeast that works on the dough to soften it and to make it puffed up and light and fluffy. When you are puffed up and light and fluffy, that is when the spirit of death can then come and lay hold of you and then just snatch you up out of this world. But a sound mind, a healthy mind, a magnesium balanced mind is not one that is going to be entertaining the kind of thought patterns that lead to depression. Depression is a chemical imbalance. Yes, it does happen, but depression is also a spirit. People who want to focus on the chemical imbalance will always try to treat this spirit with therapy and with things that bring cheer. You cannot deal with a spiritual root with pills. That is why people are on lifetime pills when it comes to depression, because depression is primarily a spiritual malady. It is a spirit that kills. It is a spirit that always comes in as a precursor to self-harm and suicide. They cannot be separated, depression and death. That is always where all forms of depression are going. And God says that some people, they will fail the test of emotional strength. They will fail the test of spiritual versatility, which is the ability to even recognize that you have an enemy in the room with you. Heavy-heartedness. Depression can come in through something that is part of natural life, like loss, losing a loved one, losing a parent, losing a best friend, losing a child. This is something that does happen, and the pain of it is excruciating. It leaves the heart in a state that is so vulnerable that depression then, as a spear, as an arrow, can then pierce. And that is why it is so important for grieving people to not only have the right mindset concerning the loss that they have suffered, that this is indeed part of the human condition, that we do die and we do pass away. This is not something to tell someone on the day they lose someone, please.